Hello from the Well of Life again. I want to share with you again about hearing God's voice and in a timely manner, learning not to argue with God, because there's always a reason why God speaks to his people. And if you're a Christian and you're staying in the Word and you're seeking God, God will talk to you all the time. No matter what, God will always speak to his people. And I want to relate to you something that happened to me personally. And years ago, I was getting a divorce, and me and my wife was getting back together. So I was living in this apartment. My wife and kids were living in the back, and I was standing in the front. And I was reading the Bible, and I was welding and working and stuff. And so one day I was reading my Bible, and I listened to it on tape so I could understand how to pronounce the names that's in the Bible. And all of a sudden I hear this knock, 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 and so I get up and I go to the back door. There's a lady standing there she's got hands that look like chicken's feet. She's got a cigarette in her hand. She said, "Have you got a match?" And I started to send her away, but I said, I think my wife back in the back's got a cigarette lighter. So I said, "Come in here." And they came in there with the kids and stuff. And I said, "Give this lady a light." So I went back and sat down on the couch, and I'm listening to the Bible and reading along with the part I'm listening to. And God said, "Did you see that lady's hand?" And I ignored him. He said, "Did you see that lady's hand?" I said, "Yeah, I seen that lady's hand." He said, "I want you to go pray." I said, "What? You want me to go pray for that woman's hand?" I said, "Lord, I can't pray for that woman's hand." I said, he said, "I want to heal her." I said, "Well, go heal her." He said, "I can't. I got to use you to lay your hand on her." I said, "Lord, do you see that woman's hands? I can't pray for that woman's hands." He said, "I want you to go pray for her." And I argued. I said, "Lord, is this you speaking to me, or is this the devil trying to embarrass me?" And he told me again. He said, "My sheep hear my voice. I know them, and they follow me." I said, "Okay, Lord, I'm going to go pray for her. If nothing happens, it's your fault." People said, "You mean you talk to God like that?" I said, "Well, he knew where I was at." So I said, and I knew where I was at. So I said, "Okay, Lord, I'm going to pray for her, but if nothing happens, it's your fault." That's not making a deal with God. That's just being honest. So I went in there and I said, "You guys come in. We're going to pray Matthew 18:19. We're going to pray a prayer of agreement. And God's going to heal this lady's hand." So they gathered around, and I reached out and I said, "Father," and that's the only prayer I got out of my mouth. The presence of God just went and hit that room, and everybody began to weep. Not for joy or for sadness, it's just the presence of God brings tears. And that hand I touched, immediately it was completely whole. And this lady standing there going, and it took about a minute and a half for this left hand to get healed. And I'm standing there experiencing the presence of God, wondering why this one got healed immediately and it took a minute and a half for this one to get healed. I said, "Is that crazy or what?" But that lady, and we were standing there, and everybody that was there remembers. I don't know who the lady was, never seen her again or whatever, but I asked her, I said, "Are you a Christian?" She says, I said, "Would you like to be?" She said, So I sat down with a brand new Bible I just got in the mail. I sat down and I went through the book of Romans with her about being saved. And I prayed with her, gave her the Bible, and sent her on her way. And she went out the door, the back door of that house. She went out on the sidewalk, and it was raining, a thunderstorm, and she was skipping down the street with the Bible tucked into her bosom. And that's the last I ever seen. So whenever God asks you to do something like that, and you hear his voice and you know his voice, then be obedient to do it. I guarantee you will never be ashamed, or you'll never be embarrassed when God speaks to you and asks you to do something, and be faithful to do it. So I just thought I'd share those with you, and God bless you, and I hope to see you again real soon at the Well of Life.